Alright, this is what we're going to be making today. These beautiful vegetarian sausage rolls straight out of the Linda McCartney book that I bought the other day. Very excited to get this first recipe done. The next one I promise will be the minestrone, which I was going to cook first, but I saw the sausage roll recipe and I couldn't help myself. So let's get on with it. I'll show you how it's done. So this is the recipe that we'll be following today, or mostly following today, to make our posh sausage rolls. Come on, let's get cooking. Normally I have to rush around getting ingredients and getting them all ready before I actually start cooking. Luckily enough, this recipe gives me plenty of time. Right, so now we're going to prepare our vegetables and herbs, etc. So 250 grams of mushrooms I've chopped up here. I've got 1 onion which I'll chop up, 3 cloves of garlic, and here is some chopped up rosemary and some fresh thyme. Into that I'm going to place a teaspoon of paprika, and I'll come back when we start cooking, which will just be the mushrooms, the extra virgin olive oil and the onion. Now there's only one thing left for me to do, and that's to grind these almonds, and we've got to deal with these red kidney beans. I'll do that once I've gosh, that's quite loud, isn't it? There we are. That's all finished now. So that's ready to go in with the rest of our mixture. Let's go and deal with our red kidney beans. Here's the tin of red kidney beans I've just opened. Here's the sieve I'm going to pour everything into, then I'm going to wash them under the cold tap. Now once you've rinsed them, put half of them, it's about half, into a bowl. And just use a fork to mash them. Once these are mashed, you can put them into a large mixing bowl and do the other half. We'll come back because now we're going to cook. And there's our red kidney beans all mashed. Come on, let's put a pan on, some olive oil and get cooking. I've put a couple of tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil in there. I've added my onions, and we'll add our mushrooms as well. And to make sure we get all the moisture out, let's a pinch of salt in there, and then just mix it through. Low heat. And cook these until all the moisture comes out of the mushrooms. Sorry about the microwave beeping in the background. Okay, those onions are nice and soft. Mushrooms are cooked. Let's take that off the heat and we'll add this to our mashed kidney beans. Right, let's add our mushroom and onion mixture. There we are, we don't want to lose it. Okay, that's everything out. And here's our garlic, our rosemary, our paprika and our thyme. Let's add those as well. Oops. Get it all out of there. And then, last but not least, our ground almonds. I cannot wait to taste these. I really can't. It's so exciting when you get a new cookbook, because essentially it's another person's perspective on food. Right, I'll come back once I've combined this all, because then, oh, I need to put flour in here. I'm looking at it and thinking, it's quite moist, isn't it? I'll go get some flour. So just 3 tablespoons of flour. Now the only thing we need to add is a good grind of salt and some black pepper. Stir that through. Now the only thing we have to do now is just have a little taste to make sure we've got the seasoning right, and then we can get our pastry out and start assembling our sausage rolls. Oh wow, that's amazing, that flavour. Okay, let's get the pastry out. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is line our baking tray with baking paper, and then we'll get our pastry out. Okay, let's spoon our mixture on. It's quite firm, so should make some beautiful sausage rolls. Now this is a vegan pastry that I've got here, made with coconut butter. I think if you're vegetarian, I always tend to, if I want the meal to be totally vegetarian, I go for the vegan options, because they tend to be more true to label. There we are. Now that pastry isn't quite soft enough to roll up yet. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes away. If you haven't already, get your oven up to 160 degrees Celsius. Fan bake. These should only take around about 25 to 28 minutes. Okay, now we're ready. So just roll up to there. And now you can cut these and then put them on your baking tray. Alright, let's roll up our second one. next one's a bit bigger because I didn't half the mixture exactly. That's okay. And now we'll put those onto our baking tray as well. Right, that empty board means they're in the oven. So 25 to 28 minutes, we'll take them out and have a look. And here we are, straight out of the oven. They look absolutely gorgeous, don't they? Right, I'm going to take one of those and give it a try without collapsing the whole thing. Actually, let's have a go at this one. Oh wow. Because of the high concentration of mushroom in there, it's got a really good mouthfeel. You would not pick these as vegetarian sausage rolls. Well, thank you very much for watching, and it's actually nice to bring alive some of these Linda McCartney recipes. I'm very much in awe with her stance on vegetarianism, and nothing like showing your support by making some of these recipes. Alright, I'll catch you on my next recipe.